Well, Tanorexics.
Okay, Tanorexics.
They're the girls that wear a ridiculous amount of fake tan and makeup.
Making yourself want to be tanned.
Now it's becoming a trend to get red hair. Red hair, because they're like, oh, I want to be different, because red hair isn't a natural colour. So I'm going to get red hair, orange skin, and look like an Oompa Loompa.
Basically, they look like they've applied their makeup with a flipping shotgun. It's looked like they've actually just been released from Willy Wonka's factory.
What is it with people with fake tan? I don't understand it.
Tell your little boy free. See you driving round town with the girl I love, and I'm like, forget you.
College is said to be one of the best times of a young person's life. Discover new surroundings, people and themselves. Have a stare upside or shadowless experience. Join us on the journey to discover the world of stereotypes and the burden they are.
And although that's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best. Forget
Stereotypes.
Dreaming, there a twinkle in her eye. She's been feeling frisky since her husband said goodnight. She wears a low-cut t-shirt, runs a little B&B. She's most accommodating when she's in her lingerie. While swapping is your future, you know that it would suit you. Yes, the stereotypes. There must be more to life.
Yeah, I think like everyone has that sort of need to categorise people to make it easier to judge almost, because I find it hard to like say different things about every person we meet. We just like to put them in a little section and just say, you know, this is what I feel about this people, which is entirely wrong really when we're taught from a young age that we're all unique and special.
It means a group of people which are trying to be different or be one style.
To me, is when people are put into groups which they're unaware of by other people. And I think it's kind of quite a malicious thing, really. But we all do it, and I think we do it without realising it.
Is there a noticeable difference between stereotyping groups between secondary school and college?
I went to an all-girls school, so I'm going to base it on girls, but I think generally at college, I'm going to literally base it on my experience. At secondary school, the girls tended to conform a bit less, I think, because there were no boys around. But then when you're in college, I think everyone at first is quite interesting because you're just mixed with completely different people as well, new people that have grown up. Some people are obviously like 19, and some people are 16, so you've got an age range as well. But when I was at school, girls tended to show their true colours like straight away, but then you'd notice the difference when they went to the bus stop and saw the boys. Skirts would go up, the makeup would get thicker. But I think stereotypes a lot of the time are just to impress as well. So some people that are branded chav don't do it because they live in a council house, don't do it because they want 20 children, like they don't want to be on Jeremy Kyle, they want to do it because they recognise that boys like girls with blonde hair and orange makeup and big boobs. They like that, so they think, oh, if I do that, then I'll be one of the popular girls, I'll be one of those girls that all the boys want. I mean, I never did that. I've not really ever been stereotyped, to be honest, and I don't mind at all because I'll get on with everyone. And if people do want to stereotype me, all they have to do is listen to me for about 10 minutes talking about anything and everything, and they realise that they're confused. Like, I always thought if someone nicked my iPod, they'd have no idea who they stole it off. They'd be like, is it a chav? It's got 50 Cent. is it an emo? It's got like MCR. I mean, as embarrassing as that might be, they do have some good songs. As well, yeah, music as well. Music with stereotyping is quite strange, because I know some people that will force themselves to listen to music they hate just so they can keep up with what they want their image to be. So they're going around listening to Eminem and 50 Cent just so they can like wind down their windows in the car and go along like that. But then that's what you've got for them. But then like other people just sit reserved listening to what they want to listen to. I don't think stereotyping should really exist. But then well, it does, and because it does, I do think it can have positive and negative effects.
What's your view on stereotyping?
I think it's the way that people can like relate to a person and describe a person without actually meeting them.
If you had to class yourself as a stereotype, what would you put yourself under?
Well, I wouldn't really put myself in a stereotype, but I've heard other people class me as like druggy or like sometimes grunge or rocker, like just because of the clothes I wear, what music I listen to, and the drugs I take. Yeah, judgment.
Do you notice a difference between stereotypes from high school to college?
Yeah, because in college there's a lot more people from like a wider area. Like from where I went to high school, there wasn't really the preppy sort of people, and as people don't talk to each other much in college, like there's not a group, like a massive group. People have to kind of stereotype people to have like an understanding of who they are and what group they're part with.
Once you've met someone new, do you still think the stereotype applies?
Well, most of the time no, most of the time it wouldn't, because a person isn't how you would judge them to be normally. But some of the time you would get a person that would try and play to their stereotype and like act as if they are what they want to be seen as.
A diary, they spend 2 years doing nothing and they're just a bunch of dossers.
Film students are really creative people. They create dreams. They can do stuff that other people probably can't. I don't know.
I don't know, don't mind film students. I mean, without film we wouldn't have skate videos. I mean, Wizard Smoke's a great film, you get slow motion. It takes a lot of time. A lot of time and effort goes into making film, and so I think that 2-year course is a very good idea.
I suppose they're quite creative types, you know, bringing some different media to the public, and yeah, that's about it, really.
So you don't believe they're dossers?
Could say they are, but I suppose there's some sort of painstaking sort of going through all the films and everything, depending if you're like working like digitally or not.
That's all I got.